What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So today we are going to be talking about Boa Hancock coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise, and she's coming very soon, like within the next week. She's going to be here on Global. And the reason we know that is because Lord is a sneaky little boy. So right here is the image that he was able to get. So these are all of the English icons for the characters, which do include the two free-to-play characters, which is, Charlotte Linlin and Charlotte Pudding, as well as PvP Whitebeard. So we've got a lot of stuff coming within the next week, so definitely look forward to it. There is no confirmed dates for any of this stuff that we're going to be talking about in this video today, but in this video, we are only going to be talking about the batch, which is Boa Hancock and her 3 rare recruits. The free-to-play units with Linlin and Pudding, I'll talk about when they actually release, and I make a separate video about that. And then also PvP Whitebeard, when his banner gets announced and stuff, we'll talk about him separately as well. But today, we're going to be talking about just the Sugo Fest batch. So I guess let's just jump into it. Let's jump in with Boa Hancock first. This is the Sugo Fest exclusive character that we're going to be summoning for here. Now, of course, we do not know what the structure of this banner is going to be like, so it's kind of hard to determine, should I be pulling here? For most people, I would say no. I think it's probably better to save your gems at this point. But look, I'm just giving you advice. You don't have to follow what I'm saying. Myself personally, I am going to be doing pulls here. I'm going to be doing a small amount of pulls, and it really comes down to what the banner is like, because a lot of people on the JP side consider this batch to have some of the best rare recruits in the game. And because of that, a lot of people are going to be enticed to pull just for the rare recruits. Even if you don't get your hands on the new legend, just getting your hands on the rare recruits, it's already a massive W, which I talked about on my stream a couple days ago. Like, it's huge how good these rare recruits are. But let's talk about the Sugo Fest exclusive first. Now, I do think that this Sugo Fest exclusive is probably one of the best legends in the game. And if we're talking just the super type legends, she's like top 2. Like, she's either the best or the second best super type character on Global right now. So let's talk about this Boa Hancock. She is a free spirit shooter Psy character, and of course, if you guys want to check this all out for yourself, the link to the database will be down below in the description, and of course, you can read the URL right there. But her stats across the board are actually not like amazing. Her HP, even after expansion, isn't even at 4,000, not even 2,000 attack after expansion, but 555 recovery, which is pretty good. Now, her captain effect is going to boost the attack of Psy characters proportional to the amount of HP that you healed in the previous turn. So I'll talk about that in a little bit, but it'll be ranging between 4 times and 5 times. So at a bare minimum, you're getting 4 times attack, and then if you heal up to the threshold, you get a 5 times boost, and then boost the attack of all other characters by 3.75, so you don't have to run a full side team. You can run other characters, they are still going to get the boost, which is great. And then it will boost the chance of recovery orbs appearing, and then makes them beneficial to your whole team. Okay, so the healing factor, right? Proportional to the amount that you healed in the previous turn. So this is a scaling factor. If you heal no HP, it's a 4 times boost. And I don't know the confirmed number, and I don't know why it's not here in the database, but from what I remember on the JP side of things when this character first came out, I believe it's around 7,000 HP. So if you heal 7,000 HP, you get the 5 times attack boost. It is quite a lot, and you got to remember that any type of healing can help you with that. That means special healing, it means healing from a recovery slot, auto healing, healing from a ship. All of these things go into any type of recovery that will count for your next turn's multiplier, okay? Now, if you decide to use this character as a crewmate, her crewmate ability makes cycles beneficial to all characters and then restores her own special completely when it's reversed, so that's a really cool mechanic to have. And then her special ability, which is on a 13 turn cooldown after you expand her limit break, but naturally goes down to 14, and it reduces the special cooldown of all characters by 2 turns, so that's really nice because she resists special reverse as well as does that, so that's really, really nice. And then this is a new mechanic, inflicts the Mero state on all enemies. We'll talk about that more in a minute. And then on top of inflicting enemies with this, you recover 11 times her recovery in HP at the end of each turn for 5 turns. Let's pull up the calculator. We've got to do the sneaky calculation. So it was, what, 555? And then if you have just 100 cotton candy, and it's times 11, it's 7,200, which is enough to reach the multiplier that you will need in order for you to get your 5 times captain, which is pretty good. Now, let's talk more about this, the infliction of the Mero state. So it says here in the notes, Mero state prevents enemies from attacking until 15 combo hits are dealt to that character. So, hopefully you guys understand how this works, right? But when you inflict the enemy with the Mero state, there is like a new icon that is on the enemy, and it's a 15 hit counter. So every time you do a combo hit against that enemy, it will make their counter go down depending on the amount of combo hits. So if it's 15, it means you can do 15 combo hits on that character. And then once it reaches 0, the state is just removed. So once you deal more damage to the enemy, that is what is going to remove the mirror mirror state. And as it says, during this state of mirror mirror, they cannot attack you, which is really, really cool. However, if they have some sort of effect that activates after like turn 2, let's say on turn 2, they inflict paralysis to your team, that will still happen. If they, on turn 2, instantly kill you, that still happens. What happens is the mirror mirror status just prevents them from doing their normal attacks against you. Which is interesting because, you know, you can just do this. If there's like 6 enemies, they'll all have a 15 hit mirror mirror status, and you can just continuously go down the line until you like basically stall for all your specials again. And remember, you have this massive end of turn healing for 5 turns, and you're reducing your character's cooldown, so you can get lots of cycling through your characters here, which is fantastic. But it's a very defensive style special, and this mirror mirror status, by the way, cannot be inflicted to the enemy if they have a debuff immunity. Like if it's a full immunity, you cannot inflict them with the status. However, if it's like a delay immunity or a poison immunity, it's fine, you can still inflict it. But if it's just a full debuff immunity, unfortunately, this does not work. So that's the big downside there. So her special isn't like a god tier special by any means, but there is more to this character than meets the eye, right? So if we scroll down to have a look at her super type special, in order to activate it, you have to have an end of turn healing buff applied to your team, which you can get just by launching her special, or if you've got another character on your team that activates like end of turn healing, and one character that can do that is the switch effect of Vivi and Rebecca. When you switch, you get the chain lock, but then also you recover 2000 HP at the end of the turn. That will also trigger the ability of the super type to be launched. But when you do launch it, this is probably the best super type special in the game. Changes all orbs, including block, into Psi orbs, and then boost the attack of Psi characters by 2.5 times for 1 turn. And then obviously all your Psi characters become Super Psi. So that's pretty good. This is a very, very good super type special, man. This is an insanely powerful unit that, in my opinion, is probably like top 2 best super types on global right now. She is fantastic, and she gets even better down the line once future Psi characters get released, right? So like the Germa crew character that will come out later on, a phenomenal sub alongside this Boa Hancock. So I do think she's really, really good. Plus, it's Boa Hancock. She has amazing artwork, and yeah, I'm just super excited for this Sugo Fest. I hope the Sugo Fest structure is good, and I really hope I'm able to get her because she's freaking awesome. But that's Boa Hancock. I think she's awesome. Now, let's move on to the next one, which is Rebecca. So this is a regular rare recruit. All of these rare recruits will be in the generic pool. Artwork, once again, kind of goes off, man. The artwork's kind of crazy. Now, she is a free spirit, slasher, and a Psi character, and she has a captain effect of nothing really too crazy. Sailor ability will boost attack and HP of Psi characters by 50, reduces special bind by 7 turns, it's very good, and then on an 11 turn cooldown after expansion, reduces enemy barriers by 1 turn, reduces special bind by 7 turns, and then boost all characters' color affinity by 1.75 for 3 turns. How good's that? Like, how good is that special, man? That's going to be used in a lot of content. Just for a regular rare recruit to just resist 7 turns of special bind? Wow. That's very good. That is very, very good. On an 11 turn cooldown plus 3 turns of affinity, barrier removal. Dude, this unit is insane. One thing to note though is they have, like, these rare recruits don't have like amazing support effects, which is kind of a shame. But just in generic content, this Rebecca is very impressive actually. Now, let's move on to Nico Robin, which a lot of people are excited about. If you guys don't play JP or you don't know what this character is all about, you may have heard whispers about how badly people want this character, and it's for good reason, because she's one of the best rare recruits in the game. So this Robin is a fighter cerebral, Psi character, once again. Captain ability, nothing really too crazy, 2.5 attack, boost chances of Psi orbs appearing, okay. Boost HP and recovery of Psi characters by 50, changes all orbs into Psi at the start of the fight. That's an interesting crewmate effect, but the ones that change all orbs into a certain orb at the start of the fight, it's not like it's not a very key support effect that's used in a lot of content. But then her special reduces enemies' threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, and increased defense, all by 5 turns. So this is the exact same type of special as Bobbin, as Usohachi, as Praline, those type of specials where you just launch them and they remove all of those really annoying defensive effects, all by 5 turns. Any character that does this is an immediate god tier rare recruit. But then on top of that, reduces Despair by 5 turns as well, and then changes all orbs on all characters into whatever orb Robin has when you launch the special. This is a very, very, very good effect. I like this a lot, and this is basically why this unit is considered like top 5 best rare recruits in the game. 11 turn cooldown as well, very, very low cooldown. And once again, she does not have a very good support effect. You know, 12% HP and recovery is nothing to really write home about, but it's all about the special here. And the Sailor effects I'm not the hugest fan of either, but you can't deny that this is one of the best specials in the game, right? So that's no, that's not Boa Hancock. That is Nico Robin for you. And then the final rare recruit of the batch is Violet, or Viola. This character is not as useful. I mean, if you have a look at her special, it is a good special, but it's the fact that you don't need her as much as the other characters, because there are plenty of replacements you could use instead of this character, but she is still very good. So Violet is a free spirit, cerebral psi character. Captain effect is going to be a 2.5 attack to psi, 10% damage reduction. As a sailor, she resists 5 turns of blindness, and then if this character has a psi orb and you hit a perfect, you keep it for the following turn, okay. And then her special is on, again, an 11 turn cooldown, reduces attack down by 7, and then amplifies the effects of orbs of Dex and Psi by 1.75 for 1 turn. And then if you hit 3 perfects, it's a 2 times orb boost to those 2 typings in the following turn. So you can see, like, it's not a bad special at all. It's the fact that, like, yeah, reducing attack down by 7 turns, like, a 7-turn attack down removal is very good. There aren't too many situations, though, where you need to remove that many turns of attack down. Most attack down that gets inflicted is, like, 3 or 5 turns. Like 5 turns is typically around the max that you will get. Sometimes you'll have content which gives you a lot, but there is another very, very good Psi character that's in the game already that resists a lot of turns of attack down, and that's Treasure Map Edward Weevil. So, you know, because of all of that, this character's utility isn't as useful as some other characters, but then you've got, you know, the 2 turns of potential orb boost is pretty good too. And then once again, unfortunately, does not have a god tier support effect at all, just a damage reduction and stat boost. So yeah, nothing really to write home about that either. But again, it's a summer waifu batch. The artworks look very good. Rebecca and Nico Robin are phenomenal rare recruits that will see a lot of play. Violet is not bad by any stretch. And then you've got Boa Hancock, which many consider to be one of the better Sugo Fest exclusives in the game. So I'm really looking forward to how this Sugo Fest is going to be structured. And as I said, you know, we don't have any information at the moment as to how this Sugo Fest is going to be structured, but I just really hope that the Sugo Fest is fair and that, you know, potentially, you know, there's going to be many steps to get the rare recruits along the way. That's the most important part here. But that is going to conclude this video, and as I said, we're going to be talking about the free-to-play Big Mom, the free-to-play Pudding, and then also PvP Whitebeard later on down the line once there is full confirmation and a data download for their banners and their information, and once these events of Big Mom and Pudding come out, I'll make separate videos regarding them. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. I'm looking forward to this. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.